to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, that means.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's a special Christmas Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
Just 2 weeks left in the regular season, so not many opportunities left. But I got to tell you, I think he's had an MVP type of a season, and I just hope that everyone who votes doesn't go to sleep and already have.
And the national media feel that way, too. You and I have been discussing this race since the calendar hit December, as have many other. But I think it's going to take 8 big quarters for him to truly have consideration. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Toss play to the
defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes flushed out right, and now he's going to use his legs. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be caught. Oh, a one-handed grab there. He's got it for the touchdown. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Teddy Bridgewater sacked.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Pulled in at the 24. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. And they'll begin by running the option. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Here's Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Bring it!
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Josh Lambo lining up.
And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter.
As you noted, they're down 2 scores, and to me, they're down a possession or a service break if this were tennis, right? Because they just gave one up. Only their second drive now. Run their offense, try and get back into the game that way, and then look for some help from their defense.
Try to forget about that pick 6 last time out. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
3rd down and 11.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 26 and a first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Mahomes firing complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A nice gain of 21 yards. Running right through him. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Forced to the ground and incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score...
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10, being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And again, it's Mahomes. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Mahomes to throw once more. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off near the 42. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range. More. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So we've reached half. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
21. Broncos 10.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And to give this time to the tailback.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Now Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
In order for a screen pass to...
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes. And while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Third quarter action here on Christmas Day. Hope everyone's having a blessed holiday season. 2nd and 10 right now.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Joey Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3-and-out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
At their own
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See who can drive the bus here again on this drive. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Well, Charles, I guess the only thing I can think there is they've got a 3-score lead, and they're saying, we're not going to lose this, so let's have some fun. I don't know why you go for it.
I think that's as good an explanation as any, and we all know that certain coaches are more aggressive than others. That call to me, the fantasy people loved it, right? Anybody who's going to touch the ball, gain yards, maybe put more points on the board, they're happy that they kept it and did that. So,
nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Nick Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. The Broncos on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
1st down.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Joey Bosa giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Bridgewater. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
56. Mike, 56.
Bridgewater. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Throwing, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Bridgewater. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll get 34 yards there. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw it here. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That was well defended, and while it was completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Throwing on 2nd and long. Bridgewater. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. 1st down, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. After the sack on 1st down, Bridgewater, a hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Bridgewater now. In trouble, and he's taken down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations.
Flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. That's a flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. Flag on the play. Hold up. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag, I'm a tired girl and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't trying to get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag like Julio with them Falcons. I just made a play in the red zone, going strong. Watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks. That's what he don't want no championship. Get him out of here. I just gotta say, like I run up in the backfield. I just gotta say, like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying that. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got
got juice like a Fanta. How you like it? How you like it? I'm on purple, I'm on yellow like a Viking. Like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I ran it. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I'm in the field like a Panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, throw the Ravens cross the border. Hold up, you know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the hole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety, you boys ain't shake the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I ran it. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go.
I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win, celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win, celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor. Yeah, you